All right, so today we're going to be reacting to Pearl. If you don't know Pearl, Pearl is she's in the red pill space. She's in the manosphere space, I guess you could say. There's nobody that hates women more than Pearl Davis. If you think Andrew Tate hates women, if you think Donald Trump hates women, you haven't seen Pearl. You haven't heard Pearl. You haven't seen her tweets. There's no women she likes. Pearl is mad at every woman. And when you have an outlook on that, you're going to be right a lot of the time. You know, you're going to be right like 85% of the time. If you just look at every situation and just be like, it's the stupid woman's fault. She's an idiot. Lock woman up. You're going to be right an overwhelming amount of the time. So let's see if she's right here.
I have an opinion that I don't know if you guys would agree with. I think women should really pay for their own kids, okay? Because I'll tell you what, it's like, okay, the average woman gets married at 30, has one, maybe two kids. You've had a decade to save money. Why can't you pay for it?
What?
Why can't? No, seriously. You have a decade. You have a decade to save money.
Because
get yourself in a family.
Listen, pal, we have biological clocks.
On top of that, I'm serious. But women, right now, women are choosing. We're choosing. I'm not saying it's bad or good. I'm just saying this is what we're doing to wait till 30 to have a child. Yeah. Okay. To get married and have kids, we're waiting. Okay. Fine. 100. Yeah. But you've had a decade to save money and get in a financial position to pay for it.
I agree.
So it's just like we want both. We want the traditional treatment, but also to wait. I don't care what you want. It's fine, but then pay for it.
Yeah, but the man also makes the kid. It takes a semen, and
she's not in the bedroom on her own.
And the egg. So
boys, men are the ones that want kids more than the women.
And now we have.
Hold on. So why does everyone take it? But they don't have 50-50 choice.
Of what?
Correct.
Okay, if you get pregnant tomorrow, who decides if the kid lives or not?
You do.
My body.
Okay, your body, your choice, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so you have the authority to make that decision, right?
Yes.
What comes with authority?
Responsibility.
Okay, well, I was going to say responsibility.
Oh.
Yeah, women tend to forget that part. They tend to forget that part. They like the power and the authority, but they don't want to deal with the responsibility.
Yeah, the responsibility
so if you have unilateral control of who gets born and not, and you decide, I'm going to have this child against the whims of the man, you should pay for it.
Okay, then that's the same reason why women get most custody and then get full alimony.
No, that's not true. Women get custody.
By going by that logic.
Women get custody because the court system favors them.
No, but okay.
And I'll tell you what.
Go on.
And men are punished for being traditional in this country. They are, because the way the court system and see this, I'm gonna talk about this because I know things. Unlike this one over here, no offense. Because the way I don't really care if you went through it. You don't know anything about the legal code. So okay, I'll tell you why. I already know you don't. So it's okay. It's okay. I know women. It's easy to file restraining orders. I know you don't really need any evidence. So again, this means nothing. I'll continue.
Looked at my whole body.
All right.
That was enough.
Bro, don't pride her so much.
There was a witness.
Don't pride her so much.
Sorry.
Make your point. Make your point.
I'm sorry, Myron.
There was a whole witness there as well. What is wrong with you?
I don't really know what your situation was. So again, I'm talking in general.
She got chill out.
I'm talking in general.
It's fine. She got chill out.
You're talking in general, but you came at me.
I'm talking in general.
You penalized at me, unlike this one that doesn't know what she's on about.
I mean, because the reason I said that
is
we need to be respectful of people's experiences.
I'll tell you, the reason I said that is because I asked you specific. The reason I said that, I asked you really specific questions earlier to see if you knew what you're talking about, and it was just clear you didn't. Don't know about your situation. Maybe you were right. Maybe you're wrong. Don't really care.
Oh my God.
I'm done.
All right, make your point, Pearl, and then,
days.
Stop prodding her, please. Go ahead.
Okay. So, but I actually forgot the point I was going to make.
Well, the point,
because you don't have.
I'll remind you. So the point, Pearl, the point was you're trying to explain why women actually are the ones that get custody and most of the alimony.
Yeah. Actually, I do remember. Okay, because the way the code is written, it's basically the person that spends the most time with the child. Well, if a man wants to protect and provide for his family, who does that punish? The guy for doing the right thing.
But the children spend more time with the mothers. Sometimes men are not as involved.
Correct. But it's because
children that want to go with the woman.
It's because they're at work, though. And then if you look at let's talk about what's in the best interest of the child. When you look at single father homes, they fare very similar to two-parent households. When you look at single mother homes, they become criminals.
I didn't know that. Yep.
They become criminals, drug dealers, school shooters.
Mother homes
Every really problem that you can look at in society comes from single mother homes. Single father homes, not the same.
What's the name of the Jeff Dahmer, whatever his name? Wasn't his mom and his dad kind of together, and then he ended up with his dad?
I know there's exceptions.
But what is she even talking about? She's just in the back blabbing. She's like, okay, I'm on a podcast. People are listening. What was the name of Jeff? Like, you can't even make this up, bro. This is a huge opportunity to like further your platform, maybe share some information with people who are looking for it. You know, just bring something valuable to the conversation. And they're just saying shit like this. It's like, bro, you can't make this up. You can't make this up. You give a woman a mic and you suffer for it. You give a woman a mic and you suffer.
I'm just saying,
serial killer.
There's exceptions to this, but there's exceptions, but it doesn't make the rule. Single father homes fare very similar to single mother homes. So
and his mom was also a drug addict. What the like?
Well, isn't the dad a fool for going for a drug addict and getting her pregnant? Come on,
choosing the wrong partner and held accountable for his choices.
What does that? Hold on. Like you're great at like just straw manning like a random point like that has nothing to do with it to try to make a point, but that doesn't make sense.
Well, you just mentioned his mom being a drug addict, and I just mentioned the father chose a drug addict.
Yeah, but that doesn't change the fact that single father households fare way better than single mother households.
Point that shows you that
you just used an example of a serial killer from the fucking 1970s because he committed his first murder, I think, in 1975. You use that as an example to say that what?
The same way you guys use like basis and out of context statistics from studies that you pull out of Google. Like, come on. As an educated woman, I do know that all the stats that you guys repeat a million times that you copy from Kevin Samuels. So I'm just saying.
You literally just use an exception to the rule. And like I said before,
I'm doing that humor because it's funny because it's ridiculous.
Name a study, I beg
his mom was a drug addict, and that fucked up his life too.
Listen.
Like,
I'm bringing it up simply because I think it's ridiculous what you're saying.
His mom was a degenerate, not his dad.
I'll give you an example. I come from a home where there's only a mother. Your opinion. And again, I'll give you another example, and I'm a living one. My mom is a single mother, really, a widowed mother, really, who raised her kids from when we were 12, and some of us were even 2, right? Okay. And we're cool. We're not drug dealers, not criminals.
Okay, stop. Hold on one second.
Congrats.
Thank you.
A lot of the women on the panel, I've noticed this trend, and I mean, this is the same shit in Miami. It's amazing. You go over the pond, nothing changes. We'll make an objective argument about a generality on how the world works. Themselves. You guys will hear that, internalize it, and say, well, that doesn't apply to me. Right. And then go ahead and yap about how you're different. Yeah. Fantastic. But in general, what we're saying is true. The court system does favor women over men. They win most of the custody battles.
And this is the real point of this. If you're going to get married as a man, you better be rich. You better be a Chad. You better be good looking. You better be like visibly attractive. If you have face defects, if there's something wrong with you, if you have a fucked up face, you need to get surgery. You need to get a rhinoplasty. You need to get a jaw surgery. You need to get a nose job. You need to figure out what you need to do. There's a lot of looks maxers on the internet that you can go and you could join them, join their Discord, join their community, and they can help you out. But there's no excuse to be ugly anymore. And I'm serious, by the way, because people might be like, what is he talking about? Surgery? That's insane. This guy's crazy. He's lost his mind. But look at Tom Brady before he had any work done. Yes, Tom Brady had work done. Look at him before. Absolute chud. Nobody looked at him as somebody that could ever possibly be attractive. And then look at him after. Look at him now. Talking to supermodels. Looked at as a attractive, handsome man. I was watching the roast of Tom Brady. They were like roasting how handsome he was. They were like, oh my gosh, I want to suck Tom Brady off so bad. He looks so handsome, blah, 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 blah. I'm like, it's kind of, because I didn't realize he had work done. It's kind of like dawning on me. Wait, this guy is handsome. When did this happen? So Cristiano Ronaldo, you could look at him too. Crazy transformation. So there's just people glowing up left and right because they're investing in their looks. And then you are going to come over here as a chud and then think that you can muster up a stable relationship. I mean, you just have to be hitting on all cylinders as a man. Like I said, you got to have your looks right. You got to have your money right. You got to be making a good share of money. I'm thinking $300K or over. As long as you can single-handedly pay rent in a house, not an apartment, single-handedly pay rent or pay mortgage, have a stable job of, like I said, $300K or more a year with room for improvement, and a business of your own or an income that's coming from solely you, an entrepreneurship. And, you have to know how to talk to women. You have to understand female nature. This is one that people think they can skip for some reason. I'm not sure why. You can't skip this one. And, once you have all those and you're going to the gym, you're physically fit, you'll be fine. Then you'll be eligible for marriage. But until then, you're going to have all these problems that they're talking about. Divorce, cheating, posting bikini pics on Instagram, talking to other guys, disrespecting your husband to his face, things like this when you're not where you're supposed to be. So, yeah, forget about love. Forget about all that. Get right, because that's what's going to actually help you.